So, you're getting the completely disjointed card pile, but that's okay. So, since I have stacks of cards, we're going to do it this way. I'm going to have a pile of like really great to use, the kind of okay, and the not very good. So, those are our piles. And then the just like the maneuver cards are going to go separate because those don't count. Um, so first up, we've got the USS Sutherland, and I'll have a better picture of this on screen. But it's a 4144 wind defending cancel one hit result. It's 23 points. It's a nebula class, so the dial is not great, but it's okay. At least the 2 turns are white. You get 3 crew, a weapon, a tech. Now, I've already played this in a tournament, and I really enjoyed running this. It is super defensive. You can equip this with the shield adaptation card that came on the Dreadnought card pack, and you get a ton of mileage out of a ship that is not going to die. So yeah, that gets a definite good use card, and I ran that without boosting the shields. And boy, if you boost the shields, that thing's going to be even scarier. The generic at 19 points, double crew weapon tech, 7 durability. Boy, losing that name ability really hurts. I applaud them for discounting it. It used to be 24 points, now it's down to 19. That's a big discount, but combination of the maneuver dial and no named ability. It's cool, but there's a lot of Fed ships that I'd rather run ahead of it. So, yeah, that is that. Next up, I just grabbed it. Beverly Crusher. She's a 3-point crew. In the activation phase, or at the start of the activation phase, disable this card. Remove a disable token from a crew upgrade equipped to this ship. So that's one ability. As an action, discard this card. Equip a crew upgrade with a cost of 4 SP or less that was discarded from this ship to this ship. I love flexibility like this. I think that this opens up a ton of possibilities. You got to be careful because picking up discards can be a slow process. There's not tons that discard themselves and then you want to necessarily pick them back up, especially ones that have a cost of 4 or less. But there's a lot of good potential, and I like where that's heading. You definitely can see some play. So Crusher, really good card there. All right. The new Captain Picard. Skill 8, double talent slot, 6 points. Action. Place 2 time tokens on this card and target all friendly ships. Place battle station token beside this ship and all target ships. It's good. It's not great. If I want to get battle stations on my ship, I'm going to run Starter Picard. If I want to get all my friendly stuff, I'm going to run a ship in the Klingon pack that we're going to talk about. But there's interesting potential. I think this Picard is okay. I don't even think it's the best Picard. It may not even be the second best Picard or the third best Picard. But I think there's potential here. The Enterprise D. So the 5154, 26 points instead of 28. When defending, the attacking ship rolls -1 attack die. So that's nice. You're always going to be surviving a little bit better. Triple crew weapon tech. I like abilities like that. This works every single time. Again, the downside is firing arc here, firepower. This definitely represents late season Enterprise D. There's potential here to be good. It's not too hard to make this work, but again, what you have to do in order to truly be survivable and still pose enough of an offensive threat seems like just a little bit too much work to really be worth it. But I'm not hating on it. I just think that other things like the Sutherland do it a little bit better. So the Enterprise, good card, not great card. All right, tactical station. We got a 4-point weapon here. Add a weapon slot to the ship's upgrade bar. Always cool there. When attacking, disable this card. The ship rolls +1 attack die this game round. So disable for an extra die. Cool. Or, when attacking, discard this card. This ship rolls +2 attack die this game round. Nice options. Limit 1 per ship. And it's really good. We had an old tactical station that wasn't unique at all, got errata to be unique. I like the compromise here of 1 per ship. It's what people wanted, and 1 per ship. It's a great card. It can really hurt a lot of things. All right, the Riker Maneuver, or just Riker Maneuver. Elite talent here. When defending, if the attacking ship is not in the ship's primary firing arc, discard this card. Remove all target lock and battle station tokens beside the attacking ship. Place an aux power token beside this ship and the attacking ship. So, this one I feel falls into the so situational. You're never quite sure if you're even going to get to use it because it depends upon your opponent bringing offensive cards, certain offensive cards. And even then, they have to want to make their attacks with target locks and battle stations. That's a rough sell. Secondary weapons are becoming more of a thing, but in order for them to make some of those attacks, they have to spend their target lock, and then this only has half the use that it even did to begin with. So, it's okay. I think it could be better, but for right now, I'm going to put it in the not useful yet pile. All right, next up, we've got Geordi. 3-point crew, activation phase. After the ship reveals its maneuver, place 2 time tokens on this card. This ship may increase or decrease the speed of the revealed maneuver by 2. The color of the maneuver, red, white, or green, is the same as the revealed maneuver. This ship cannot perform an action this game round. It's okay, right? Now you can do a 6 forward, you can do a 4 reverse. You got some options. I like options. I don't think Geordi is the be-all end-all. I don't even know that he's the best card in this space. But it's representing him being an engineer, doing things with the engines, getting more power, more control out of them. And that's okay. So he's going to go in the middle pile. All right. Data. Captain Data, because this represents his time on the Sutherland. Skill 4, no talent slot. He wasn't there long. 3 points. Action, target a cloaked opposing ship at range 1 to 2. That's the range that you get there. Remove the target ship's cloak token and disable... Sorry. Remove the target ship's cloak token and enable its shields. See, if this was just remove the target ship's cloak token and they still have no shields, that would be devastating. Maybe a little bit too much. This messes up their plans, they're not cloaked. The problem here is you're moving so early at skill 4. You most likely move, take away their cloak, and then they still get to move and they could recloak. That still messes their plans up, but it doesn't necessarily destroy their plans, and they can probably adapt. So I'm going to put Data in the not great pile. And well, that's just too bad for him. All right, another one of our beloved crew, Miles O'Brien. 2-point, unique. Planning phase. Disable this card. Remove a disable token from a tech or weapon upgrade equipped to this ship. Super useful. Super thematic. Essentially, you're just exchanging your disable, and that has a place. Again, it's not a fantastic place, but it's at least a place where I could see myself running it sometime. I don't quite know when, but I'm willing to say at least it's okay. Alright, Deanna Troi. Planning phase. After all ships have chosen their maneuver, discard this card and target 2 opposing ships at range 1 to 3. Look at the maneuver dials of the target ships, then this ship may change its maneuver dial, or its chosen maneuver. The target ship's maneuvers may not be changed for the rest of the game round. That's power, because, as you saw with Geordi, he has the ability to change the maneuver. But Deanna would lock them in. Essentially, she's using her telepathic abilities to know what you're doing. So, yeah, she's okay. I don't have a playstyle that suits cards like that, but I know other people who do, and that's okay, right? That's what it is for them. I probably should have talked about this earlier. The generic Galaxy class, you lose that shield, you lose a crew slot, you save a bunch of points, but for me, if the good Galaxy is, if the good Enterprise D is here, then the generic one can only be here, except, yeah. Yep. Alright, Christopher Hobson. When attacking, if the defending ship is cloaked, the defending ship rolls -2 defense dice. I like it. The problem is, you're depending upon your opponent to cloak. If you're playing this starter set, you're great, because Federation versus Klingon, the Klingons cloak. That's cool. If you know you're playing against Romulans, again, cool. If you're up against the Dominion, not so cool. But he's a solid card, and for 2 points to get -2 defense dice every time you attack, I'm okay with that. Alright. Captain Riker. It's worth having Captain Riker. Skill 6 with a talent slot. He was in command a fair bit. 4 points. Action. Target this ship or a friendly ship at range 1 to 2. Crew upgrades equipped to this ship cannot be affected by opposing effects this game round. So he is a essentially shield for some ship. And that's good, but at skill 6, it's a little dicey, because personally, I like to run my messer upper cards on low skill captains to prevent any kind of high skill shenanigans. So maybe skill 6 is low enough. I don't know. But it's something you have to consider. And that is a tricky situation. So I like the ability. I think it's off on the captain skill to truly be great. But there are higher skill captains out there. it's okay, but I think ultimately he falls over to that pile. All right, our last elite talent for Feds: make it snow. Wait, make it so. A 3-point unique action. Discard this card. This ship may perform 2 actions on admirals, captains, and or crew equipped to it as free actions. So you're using your action to get a bonus action. It's a one-time 3-point card. That's a tough sell. 3 points, 1 bonus action. That, I suppose if you have some great combo to pull off, that this makes it worthwhile, but I can't truly justify it, and that makes it tough for me. So I'm gonna put this off here in the corner. I love the phrase, I just can't truly support it. All right, the Exocomp, 4-point tech. I wish they'd given it crew/tech. That would have been cool. Your choice there. Planning phase. Place 2 time tokens on this card. Repair 1 damage to this ship's hull. Love it. Not so much on Fed ships, because they have a lot of shields, but on something like Xindi Weapon Zero that doesn't have shields, or even the NX, Archer's Enterprise. The Exocomp would be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, situationally useful, but yes, and non-unique, so you can put more than one on a ship. All right, I saved this for last for Feds. Photon torpedoes. I never thought I'd see the day when I would be excited and dedicating a lot of time to talking about photon torpedoes, but ladies and gentlemen, that day is here. So these are 2-point. Primary weapon value +1, range 2 to 3, forward and secondary arc, photon torpedoes. Attack, spin your target lock, disable the card, and target an opposing ship. Convert all blanks into battle stations. Okay, so now that I've moved those over to the amazing pile, why did I do that? Okay, it's not that hard to get a target lock, and it's not that hard to have battle station conversion effects. You figure out a way to have a battle station action, right? Starter Picard. This starter Picard, although you don't get the bonus action, but there's enough there. Although this Picard on a different ship would do it. These torpedoes single-handedly alter Federation. These on the Enterprise E, where you don't need a target lock and you just put down an Aux power token, are scary good. And these torpedoes with the weapon that lets you fire torpedoes not in your primary or secondary arc basically give you 360 fire of photon torpedoes. It's 2 points. They are fantastic. So, to recap, the fantastic cards in this set are the Photon Torpedoes, Tactical Stations, Beverly Crusher, and the USS Sutherland. The good cards are Jean-Luc Picard, the Exocomp, Christopher Hobson, Deanna Troi, Miles O'Brien, Geordi LaForge, and the Enterprise D. And then the cards that leave me wanting them to be a little bit better: Make It So, Riker, Generic Galaxy, Data, the Riker Maneuver, and the generic Nebula. Although, really, it takes a lot for me to like a generic ship, especially a generic Fed ship. So, those are the Fed ships. and this video is getting long, but you know, I think we'll have a new video. We'll have a second video, or rather a third video for Klingons, because unboxing this was the first. The Federation review was the second, and now Klingons will be the third.